Okay, I had to count of retirement to talk about this. Now, this is an old story apparently, but I just found out about it because Chris Hansen was talking about it on his YouTube channel. By the way, you have to watch Chris Hansen's YouTube channel. It's amazing. Now, like I said, this is an old story, but this is hilarious. A pedophile walks 350 miles to have sex with a 14-year-old girl who turns out to be an undercover police officer. I've heard some crazy stories in my life, but this is just something you cannot make up. So, this man walked 5 days. He lived he lived in Indiana, and the girl that he wanted to talk to lived in Wisconsin. So, I guess he didn't have a car, he didn't have an Uber, he didn't take a plane ride. He walked 351 miles to meet this girl across 3 states. This is something you cannot make up. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me adjust myself. The lights in the way. But there are some nights I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Those nights, right? Where you wake up randomly. You have to use the bathroom, but your bed and pillow just feels so good. You don't want to get out of that bed. And now I look at this, and I'm just like, that's dedication. Like I said, sometimes when I wake up in the when I wake up in the bed, right, I don't want to get up and use the bathroom or whatever. But this guy was willing to walk 351 miles to meet a 14-year-old girl. And by the way, he said he wanted to have in this article I read from the New York Post. It said that he wanted to have 500 kids with her, and I guess he wanted to have sex with those kids too. And by the way, just look. You have to read this article. Link in the description below as always. The thumbnail will be this guy, right? This guy is 32, and I'm looking at this picture right now, and that is a rough 32. Like this guy looks exactly how you think he would look. He's bald. What's that deal with all those with all the I can't even talk right now. I'm so tired. But what's the deal with these guys that have like the hair down here and they're like bald up here, like that Stevie Wonder haircut where they're like bald up here, but like they have hair back here. Just shave all that off. Just oh my goodness, like this looks terrible. And this guy is 32. That is a rough 32. This man looks like he's in his mid 40s. But I guess I can't talk. People say I look like I'm 27 or whatever, and I'm like I'm only 22. So I can't talk about having a rough age. People think I'm old too. But let's get back to the topic. 350 miles. That is dedication right there. Like, how do you even? I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Like, I just saw this article. And I was like, I have to make a video about this. But I didn't even have time to think about it. It's just like I don't understand why like all these grown men are like throwing away their like careers and like their lives away for like these little kids, right? We saw it happen to R. Kelly, a bunch of people on To Catch a Predator. Like, is it like are underage girls like that good that you're willing to throw away your life? You're willing to throw away your career or whatever for those underage girls? Like, is it that good? Like, like I don't understand. And of course we have EDP from a couple months ago, but I'm just I'm nonplussed by this. I don't know what to say. I am completely nonplussed. I don't mean this isn't funny, but 350 miles. I don't mean to keep repeating that, but do you know how crazy it is? Like walking for 5 days straight just to meet a 14-year-old girl. My goodness. And it turned out to be a police officer too. Thank goodness, because this guy does not deserve to be on the streets. I'm actually not sure if he got out yet, because this is an unpopular opinion. But I'll tell you right now, the police, the government, they always say that they care about children, right? They always say we need to ban guns to save children. We need to get children vaccinated. We need to do all this. I'll tell you right now, the government does not care about your children. If the government and the police cared about your children, then there would be more pedophiles in prison or whatever. But no, they're too concerned about banning guns. They're too concerned about drugs or whatever. They don't care about your kids. I will tell you that right now. Just watch To Catch a Predator. They have people that are arrested and then like a couple months later just release them. Like they just get a slap on the wrist and they're back on the streets, back on the prowls. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy got out. And I don't mean to laugh, but just look at this guy. Oh my goodness, Tommy Lee Jenkins is his name, and he was already a convicted pedophile, and they let him go. He was a convicted pedophile. They let him go, and guess what? Guess what? He he walked 351 miles to meet another girl. Like, do you see what I'm saying? The government does not care about your children. Joe Biden, stop lying. You don't care about our children. If you did, this man would never see daylight again. And I don't mean shoot him, but well, actually, I think that would be a good solution. Just off this guy. If he's willing to walk 351 miles for a child, there's no telling what else he's willing to do. No children are safe anymore. That's all I got for this video. Hide your kids. Keep them safe. There are people willing to walk. I don't mean to laugh at this, but this is just something you can't make up. Reality is truly stranger than fiction.